beautiful people of the world, thank you so much for joining me today here on Lumiere. My name is Claire Summer. I will just let you know that I am just getting over a cold, so you may be able to hear it in my voice when I do your reading today. I've got a little frog in my throat, so yeah, I'm sorry about that, but I'm going to do the best that I can for you. But I'm feeling good and I'm looking forward to doing this reading for you. Today's reading is about the next 7 days, so the next 7 days with your person. So we're going to be looking at the short-term energies around your connection with your person today. So I've got 3 groups for you, but before we jump in, I'm going to be doing a little bit of chatting. I've been doing an online course that I want to share with you, so if you want to hop straight to the card selection, then the timestamps are in the description box and you can jump straight to that. But I wanted to tell you about a course that I've been doing with Mind Valley. Mind Valley are an amazing company. I'm not being sponsored. I just know that when I do things, sometimes you guys are interested, and what resonates with me often really resonates with you. So, 2020 has been a struggle for many of us. It has been a very unusual year. And Mind Valley and doing these courses, these online courses that they provide for personal development at home has really enriched my life. It's really helped me to keep positive. So I'm so glad that I found this company, and this is why I wanted to share it with you. But I've been doing this course called Life Book, and it's about like creating the vision for your life so that you can become your greatest version. And you look at the 12 dimensions of your life and you get this really clear idea as to kind of how you can tap into abundance and create a really authentic life. So it's really illuminating, super fascinating, very expansive. It's kind of like creating a book that you write yourself that's like a really comprehensive vision board, but like somebody else is helping you on the journey. And so by doing so, you get insights that you wouldn't have been able to get on your own as to kind of what's authentic to you and what is true to you. I found it such an amazing process. It's been so cool. I'm only sort of 3/4 of the way through at the moment, but I'm enjoying it so much. I thought maybe some of you guys might like it, so check it out. It's called Life Book. It's with Mind Valley, who I highly recommend. All of their teachers are leaders in their field. They're like New York Times bestsellers. They are people that have been on Oprah. So they're just, it's really high quality and really amazing. So I recommend this course. I've linked it down below. They do a free masterclass so you can learn more about it, which is how I got into it. And they do 2-week money back guarantee. So if you sign up for it and you find that it's not your cup of tea, then they will give you your money back, no questions asked. So yeah, they are a company of integrity. They are very cool. So I do recommend Life Book for, getting a clear vision of your life and becoming your greatest version. So check that out if it resonates with you. It's linked down below in the description box. But otherwise, let us jump in and take a look at the 3 groups that we have today and the energies surrounding your connection over the next 7 days. So I've got 3 groups for you. I will insert an overhead picture both with and without crystals so that you can make your selection in the way that suits you best. You're welcome to pause the video if you need a little bit more time to make your selection and to tune in to the groups and to which one will resonate with you the most today. Group 1 is the raw aquamarine. Group 2 is the cluster crystal, amethyst crystal, and group 3 is the beautiful turquoise crystal. All right, so make your selection. Timestamps are all in the description box below this video. I just want to thank my Lumies, my amazing subscribers as well. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. Yes, but make your selection and I will see you in a moment. Hey everybody, welcome to your reading. To everyone who picked group number 1, this is for everyone who picked the beautiful, if it will come into focus for us, aquamarine raw crystal. It's very cool crystal with lovely calming energy. All right, I'm going to take a look at your tarot, and I will clarify with your oracle cards a little bit later on in the reading. So you have the Star, 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, Strength, 6 of Swords, Eight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords to close your reading. So I see Virgo, Capricorn and Taurus energy here, as well as Leo and Aquarius. So that may resonate with you in your situation. If it doesn't, please don't worry about it too much. But it could be Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus, because this is a love reading. So I love this for you, opening the reading with the Star card. This is genuine love. This is genuine feeling here. This is like gentleness to overcome these more challenging energies that are going on in your connection. So a powerful opening to your reading, I think. You know, this beautiful star energy, you know, shining its light across all the other energies in this reading, sort of softening things for you. So I see that someone in this connection is really feeling this is kind of lack mentality with this Five of Pentacles, you know, maybe thinking that the glass is half empty, you know, that sort of feeling of struggle, really dwelling in those thoughts of maybe it's over, or we can never figure this out, or, you know, we're never going to be able to overcome this, or, you know, really kind of getting into those limiting beliefs, which is really sort of undermining this situation. I feel like someone in this connection is feeling very lonely, perhaps. There's definitely this energy of distance, maybe physical distance, maybe energetic distance between you both, you know, that sort of emotional distance. Maybe one of you has pushed the other one away a little bit, or somebody has taken a step back. This is what I'm picking up on with this Five of Pentacles energy. And this Seven of Wands, I just feel like someone in this connection is really on the defensive right now, okay? They just, it's like, it's my way or the highway. They really think they're right. Maybe they can't see what they've done wrong. Maybe they can't see your point of view. Maybe they feel, what I'm sensing from Spirit is that they're like kind of backed up against a wall, or they're backed into a corner. It could be the case that they know that they're wrong, but they're not prepared to admit it. I'm definitely hearing that in this connection as well, somebody like that. But just like energetically, just this feeling of like, I don't know, just like, I don't know what to do to make this right, or I can't do anything right, or everything I say seems to be the wrong thing, or I don't know what it is that you really want from me, right? These are some of the energies that I'm picking up from this. So I feel like their own defensiveness is putting a wall up between you and them. You know, it could be vice versa. But I sense that this is their energy, that they're putting up some sort of wall that's kind of keeping a distance between you and them, and is sort of keeping them locked out of this beautiful, loving energy, because the Star card is always genuine love that we're talking about. So I see some stress in this connection. So that you may have been experiencing, and you may continue to experience over the next 7 days, that things are a little bit up and down, you know, that this isn't smooth sailing that we're experiencing, or that you're experiencing right now. I feel like your person is really in two minds about something, about kind of what to do next. You know, 1 minute they're thinking, oh, I'll do this, I'll come towards them, and the next minute they've pulled away, or just like, they're really up and down. Their emotions are very unsteady. Okay, so if you're just like, I can't work out what is going on with them, this is why. It's because they don't really know themselves, and because they're experiencing kind of different emotions from day to day, like about how much they want you, or how much they're into this, or what it is that they need to do. So they're kind of like really up and down, and you see that because there's this stormy sea behind this guy on this card. So yeah, but what is so nice as I'm looking at this, sorry, let me just get comfortable, is at the center of your reading, and this is really the theme of your reading, is the Strength card. Leo's energy here, maybe another fire sign, but you know, this is the card of the Sacred Heart. So what I'm just seeing from Spirit is that, you know, regardless of what's going on, regardless of what's happening for you, at the center of this is this strong beating heart, this heart that beats with love. And I see that here, which I think is really nice. I feel like this, what I'm picking up on is that the energy of forgiveness. I definitely see that with the Star and now the Strength card, the energy of forgiveness. So perhaps someone needs to forgive someone for what they've done or what it is that they've said. Just inviting that gentle energy in of kind of, and this is what's going to happen over the next 7 days, of this sort of backing down, right, from this defensive energy and all this kind of turmoil, that is creating, right? I see this kind of like backing down. And I think this is really positive. This is what's going to create a shift in the energy, this kind of backing down energy, maybe this kind of apology or just this forgiveness or just like extending compassion to the other person if they've been triggered or they've been struggling, right? This is what I'm seeing. So, and beautiful loving energy. There is genuine love here at the end of the day. Now we have 2 cards here back to back, which I think is really interesting. 6 of Swords to the 8 of Cups, both energies of moving on. Both cards are kind of moving on. And what I'm seeing is that over the next 7 days, this kind of backing down, this kind of release is what I'm hearing, of letting go of some of that tension, of some of that defensiveness, is going to allow you both to move forward in the direction that you want. You can leave this behind, whatever has happened, whatever's been said. You're going through a process and you're going to be able to leave these energies behind where they belong. Don't carry them with you like baggage. So I feel what I'm hearing from Spirit is that you can put this behind you, right? Whatever it is that's been going on, how this resonates for you, you can put this behind you, turn over a new leaf and make a fresh start, and like not hold a grudge, not hold this against them, not continue to punish one another for what's been said or how you were triggered or how you've reacted. You can really kind of make this beautiful fresh start, because both of these are about moving towards pastures new, moving towards this kind of new dawn. Okay, regardless of what's happened, and I think this is powerful, seeing these cards which have such similar energies and a similar meaning kind of back to back like this. So I see, looking at the cards down here on the table, I do see this, this is the core right here, and as a result of that backing down, you're being able to just move forward and make some progress and see some positive change happen for you, okay? And what you're moving towards is thinking about the future, thinking about the long term with this Queen of Pentacles, something healthier, right? This is about like the robustness, like the health of this connection, okay? So you're moving away from this, whatever it is that you've been going through, and towards something healthier, something more solid. This card is all about like getting grounded, right? Not getting caught up in the storm of things, not getting caught up in the drama of the emotion, right? But really just being able to get grounded and centered, and then in doing so, you or your person are able to see things clearly. And this is all about the future, this card. This is all about the long term. This is about moving forward into something that's healthier, that's more grounded, that's more real. This is all about like getting real with one another, about how you really feel, about what it is that you really want, and not acting out of all that drama and out of those triggers and whatnot, really kind of getting real with one another and thinking about the future and what it is that you both want. Now, we do have this 2 of Swords energy, so I feel like over the next 7 days, in this short-term energy, your person is still, it's not like they're going to just like crazy open their heart to you and everything's going to be beautiful. They've still got a lot of fear here, or somebody has, fear of getting hurt. This woman is really like protecting her heart space with her swords like this. So I feel like they're not going to see your point of view straight away, certainly not over the next week. They're not necessarily going to open their heart to you. I feel like there's going to be some progress in the right direction that's going to kind of feel good to you. But just bear in mind, when you are communicating with them, when you're spending time with them, whatever's happening, is that they're still going to be a little bit guarded. So you may try to reach out to them energetically, to connect with them emotionally or energetically, and you may find that you're still met with a bit of a wall, or you still can't quite get close to them and they're not ready. So this is the outcome of your reading, is that they're not quite ready to open up their heart to you in the short term, all right? So it may be that they need more time. It may be that they need to feel safer, right, in some way. But they're still very guarded of their heart. Or maybe that is you. You know, maybe you're just like protecting yourself a little bit, and maybe that's the sensible thing to do right now. Let's take a look and clarify with your oracle cards. Okay, we have the card Feminine Energy. This is really nice. So this is indicating, like, this is about receiving. Okay, receiving the good that life has to offer you, receiving what it is that your person has to offer you, being open. So just say to yourself, look, I'm open to receiving from them. Maybe you want to receive a message, maybe you want to receive an apology, maybe you want to receive their love. Be open, okay, to this. So this isn't a time for taking action, for pushing forward, for forcing things, because that's all masculine energy. This is just a time for being self-contained, from focusing your energy on yourself, your own goals and dreams, and just allowing yourself to receive the good that the universe wants to bring you, and the good that is available to you in this situation, okay? This is so beautiful. We have the card Purifying. It says healing, clean energy. This really mirrors the energy of the star that we talked about at the beginning of this reading, you know, which was a powerful force for this reading of kind of purging, healing, clean energy. So it's getting rid of those past energies, any misunderstandings, working through any triggers that perhaps have come up, okay? So cleansing energy coming in for you. We have the card Euphoria. I sense that this change, this shift, this ability to move on from these past experiences and these past energies will bring a lot of happiness for both of you. So over the next 7 days, or after these 7 days have elapsed, I see a better time for you, more stability, like we were talking about with the Queen of Pentacles, things feeling a little bit happier, you know, maybe sharing a good time together, a nice date, some quality time, or just, you know, a good conversation, maybe, you know, being able to laugh at yourself or at the situation, or just kind of being able to share a laugh with one another, or kind of connect at that more light-hearted level, because I feel that things maybe have got a little bit heavy. And then we have these two beautiful cards. We have the card Sacred Union, and we have the card This Could Be the One. So two cards indicating that this is a really significant connection, maybe a soulmate connection, maybe a twin flame that we're dealing with, divine counterparts, that this is really a connection that is blessed by spirit. So, you know, that you have a really deep connection energetically. You may be able to sense each other's energies as well with this Sacred Union card. And this does indicate you kind of just being in union with one another. So if you've been separated, if you've been no contact or distant from one another, I see this as a sign of you kind of getting closer and coming into each other's energy. And then this could be the one, you've already met the romantic partner you seek. So your person has a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential in this connection. I feel like they've got a lot, you know, that what I'm hearing is they tick a lot of boxes for you. So yeah, despite what has happened, or despite what's happening, or how you feel right now, you know, this is a special connection for you, and this could be the one for you right now. So definitely worth investing in, and that's what I see here with this Queen of Pentacles as well, that it's an investment, a connection that's worth investing in. All right. That is everything that I have for you in this reading today. It has been my honour to read your cards. As always, I've loved spending this time with you. If you feel called to, then please check out Misha. She reads the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records, you know, are the sort of books of your soul, and if you are looking to understand your connection at a deeper level, at the spiritual level, to see kind of why this person is in your life, where this connection is going, then Misha is the real deal. She is very genuine, extremely talented, gifted in what it is that she does. I highly recommend her, and it may help you out in your connection if you need some support and guidance. So check her out if it resonates. It's linked in the description box under Healing Services. But have an amazing week. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I look forward to seeing you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care. Bye bye. Hey everybody, welcome to your reading to everyone who picked group number 2. This is for everyone who picked the beautiful amethyst cluster crystal. Look how shiny and beautiful that is. Really sparkly. Alright, I'm going to take a look at your tarot cards to begin with, and I will clarify with your oracle cards in a moment. Opening your reading with the 8 of Wands, 4 of Cups, Emperor, Queen of Cups, 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands, Queen of Wands, 8 of Swords, and then the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse to close your reading. So I see Leo's and Aries energy here, as well as Cancer, Pisces and Scorpio's energy. Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus, that may resonate with you in your situation. If it doesn't, please don't worry about it too much. These are just the energies represented here. So I see some communication here over the next 7 days, which isn't very satisfactory, is what I'm picking up on. So, you know, someone's trying to move things forward, someone's trying to get answers, someone kind of wants this to progress or wants to reach out or wants to connect. It could be the case that someone wants to connect or communicate, right, with the other person, and they're worried that they're going to get rejected, or they're worried that it isn't going to go very well, or that it isn't going to be welcome, is what I'm hearing. You know, that maybe you're just thinking, well, they don't want to hear from me, or they're thinking, well, they don't want to hear from me. Okay, so there's definitely this energy in the short term of kind of, yeah, I want to connect, I want to reach out, I want to talk to them, I want to make things move forward, but there is this sort of resistance. There's this fear that it may not be very well received, that it's maybe not the right thing to do. Somebody in this connection may be feeling a little bit despondent. Maybe they don't want to hear from you, or you don't want to hear from them right now. Okay, maybe you need a little bit more time, or you're someone's kind of processing things. It could just be that there's communication, but it isn't very satisfactory. Like, they don't say what it is that you kind of need to hear right now, or you don't really talk about the real issues and just kind of skim along the surface of things, and you're not really talking about like the real issues, or kind of what it is that's really going on, and you're just kind of making jokes and you know, having a laugh about things, but not connecting at that deeper level, and it all just stays on the surface. So that's what I'm seeing here. And also it's just like this energy of kind of being met with a brick wall as well. It's just like I'm moving forward and just kind of met with just this brick wall of kind of which is stalling things, which is kind of putting the brakes on a little bit, you know. So maybe you're in slightly different places. Maybe your person needs more time, or you need more time, or kind of one person is kind of really pushing for this and the other one's really resistant. So there's definitely an energy of that here. I feel with this Emperor card next to the Queen of Cups like this, I feel like this is someone's really trying to control their emotions. Someone is really trying to control their emotions in this situation. Now, that could be a good thing, you know, that could represent like an emotional discipline, right? Of sort of responding, not reacting. This is a healthy thing to do, because then it just blows up into a great big drama. So there could be this energy of responding, not reacting, which I really like. So being a bit measured, showing that emotional control. Or it could be that kind of taking it to the extreme, where they're really controlling their emotions, they're not getting in touch with their emotions, they're not able to access those emotions, they're stuffing them down, maybe stuffing down anger, or stuffing down the love that they're feeling, or the feelings that they have for you. Okay, remember, these readings are just general, so it could go vice versa, but there's just this powerful, I mean, these are both powerful energies here of just kind of wanting to control. It could be that one person wants to control the other person in order to feel safe, right? In order to feel like they've got a handle on things and that they know what's going on, but also just to kind of just trying to control their emotions. Maybe they don't want to like share too much or give too much away because they feel like it makes them look too vulnerable. Okay, so maybe they're kind of like controlling what it is that they're sharing, or, you know, just, you know, holding back a bit so they're not getting swept up in this. Maybe it is that they don't want you to know how strongly they feel about you, or somebody in this connection doesn't want the other one to know how strongly they feel because they don't want to lose face. They don't want to be the one that puts themselves out there first, right? Or just like shows that vulnerability. Maybe they just don't have it in their nature to be able to do that. Maybe it just feels like way too scary for them, and they're just not able to do that. But this strong energy of just wanting to control the emotions. And I feel like it's like an inner control. Like an inner control of their own emotions. And they've been quite successful at this. We've got this Six of Wands at the center of the reading. So, you know, maybe it looks... I feel like they've got a veneer, right? This is all about kind of the impression that you give to other people. All right? So maybe this is you, maybe this is them. But like the impression that they're giving, what it is that they're putting out there, the energy that they're putting out there, the way that things... that you perceive things, the way that things look is not how things really are, and it's not what is really going on with them this week, right? So they may be looking like they're having a good time, they may be looking like they're riding high, they may be looking like, you know, they've got their shiz together and that things are good for them, but what I'm seeing here is that's kind of like a little bit of an illusion. So underneath that we have the Seven of Wands energy. They are in turmoil, right? This is like an energy of stress and of resistance, right? So whatever's going on with you, maybe they're resisting the connection, maybe they're resisting their emotions that they're trying to control. Okay, they may be playing it cool. They may be playing it cool on the surface, but they're a mess. Over the next week, in these short-term energies, there's just like... there's some resistance here that's going on with them. This is about them kind of putting up a bit of resistance, maybe to the connection, maybe to their own emotions, maybe to protect themselves. I feel like with these two together as well, they definitely feel like they don't want to back down. I feel like they believe that they are in the right, that they're right to behave this way, that they're right to have said this, that their opinion is right, that their perception of the situation is the right one, the sort of lens that they're seeing this connection or these circumstances through this lens is the sort of only way. So it's like they can't see your point of view perhaps, or they're not seeing things the same way that you do. So there's definitely this energy, especially with the Emperor here as well, that they are right to behave this way, that they are justified in some way, that whatever it is that they're doing, through the lens of their perception and experience, they believe that they are right. And I don't think you're going to be persuading them, not in the short term anyway, that, you know, to take any other sort of view. And I definitely, that's kind of ringing true with what we were talking about at the beginning, of this kind of communication which isn't very satisfactory, that isn't sort of accepted in some way. So I don't see you being able to persuade them in the short term to see your point of view. So there is a lot of attraction here with this beautiful Queen of Wands energy, right? There's just like, there's this spark here, sparks may fly this week. So, you know, maybe they'll kind of overcome some of this resistance and connect to that passion, because they wouldn't feel this way. They wouldn't feel so strongly. They wouldn't feel like they've got to rein all this emotion in and control all this emotion if they didn't have this emotion to begin with. So, yeah, a strong attraction here. I feel like someone in this connection has forgotten their own power. With this Eight of Swords to the Queen of Wands, I feel like someone in this connection has forgotten their own power. They've forgotten that they are in the driving seat of their life. They've forgotten that they can control things, that they are ultimately in charge of their own destiny. You know, the Queen of Wands is really, she's just like, she's a manifester. So it's just like maybe there's this energy of just thinking that the other person is responsible for sorting this out or making you happy or creating change, but Spirit is really saying, remember, you have the power. Remember your own power, and remember how amazing you are, okay? Don't let this any difficulties or challenges that you're facing, don't let it undermine you. You've only forgotten your power, you haven't lost it, okay? So don't give your power away. Be grounded, stay in your own power. This is the powerful message that Spirit wants to give you today, to remember your own power. I also feel like there is like a blindness to how your person can meet your needs, right? Your sort of emotional needs, what it is that you need to feel heard, to feel seen, to be supported in a connection. Let me just have some of my tea. And they're sort of blind to that. It may be that you need to be more direct. It may be that you need to clarify that in your own mind before you move forward. Just like, okay, well, what are my needs? What is it that I need from somebody in a committed connection to kind of make me feel held, to make me feel supported, to make me feel emotionally safe, so that I can be open and vulnerable. Again, this could go vice versa. But there's definitely, with this Six of Pentacles in the reverse, and this Eight of Swords, this energy of kind of not meeting each other's needs, not knowing how to meet each other's needs, or kind of one person's needs not getting met. This is something that Spirit is highlighting that needs sort of some clarity around. And that clarity can begin with you, with reflecting on sort of how you feel, you know, maybe journaling around it, maybe sort of making that decision, to get clarity and know what it is that you want, so that you are able to express that to your person. That's going to go a long, long way to restoring some balance. So it's just like also that they can't see how to create balance in this connection, how to kind of get onto the same page right now. Remember, this is just the week's energies. This is just like a short term, these are just short term energies that we're looking at. We have the card Memories. So I feel like your person is thinking about you a lot. They're thinking about the times that you've shared together, the good times that you've shared together. You know, they're kind of, they've got conversations running through their mind that they've had, things that they want to say to you, things that have happened in the past. So definitely they're in that sort of energy this week. We have the card Secret Admirer. So I don't know whether there's somebody else on the scene. If there is, then this is something you already know about. You know, perhaps there's somebody who's interested in you. Maybe you know that there's somebody interested in your person. I'm also picking up that they're just sort of, that your person could be your secret admirer. You know, that they're checking you out on social media or asking around about you, you know, through sort of shared friends or acquaintances or colleagues, you know, trying to find out what it is that you're really thinking, where it is that you're at, if they're not quite sure and they're not willing to kind of be direct with you in your communication, in their communication with you, like we were talking about at the beginning of the reading. We have the card The Chase. So I don't know if there's this energy of kind of someone's chasing the other one, someone's kind of pursuing the other one. Remember, if you are the feminine energy partner, it is not your job to chase, it is your job to be chased. So maybe a little message from Spirit just to back down. Sometimes we don't chase physically, you know, really going after that person, but we can get into that cycle of chasing energetically, where like we're using a lot of mental space to and a lot of our mental and emotional energy to kind of chase that person, thinking about them, trying to persuade them in our mind to do things differently or be different or to see us. Okay, so bear that in mind if that is resonating with you. We have this beautiful card of Birth. Now, this could indicate a physical birth. Maybe you're having a baby with this person. If you don't want to have a baby with them, then do take precautions, because that is indicated here that this connection is very fruitful and fertile. This birth just indicates, you know, kind of moving into new, fresh energy as well. So kind of growing something together and being able to move forward with that. I see this as very positive for you, of kind of being able to, you know, birth can be a messy process, can't it? So kind of working through some of those deeper emotions, those kind of messier feelings over the next 7 days, over that short term, and kind of pushing forwards into something new for you both, where you can get onto the same page and that you are united. And we have the card Express Your Love. So this is interesting when we were talking about kind of controlling the emotions and kind of not maybe expressing the true feelings and stuff like this. So I feel like your person will be able to express their feelings for you. It says make the romantic gesture, so expect over the next 7 days a romantic gesture from them, something thoughtful, you know, not necessarily a gift or a date maybe, but you know, just something thoughtful from them that kind of connects to you, that makes you feel good. Definitely. And also just be open, you know, if they're with you, if they're in your life, be you know, be real with them, because that is going to invite them closer to you. All right. And gives them this invitation, excuse me, to be able to connect with you. All right. So yeah, but I see them being able to express that love to you. In a way, in their own way is what I'm hearing, in their own way. So, you know, do recognize that when it comes along. But that's everything that I have for you in this reading. It's been a super interesting reading. I hope you have found it helpful in some way. If you feel called to, please check out my beautiful books, Attract Soulmate Love and Feminine Frequency. They are for the feminine energy partner, the partner who likes to be pursued. All right. Powerful information there. People saying that they wish they had known this stuff years ago and that it would have just completely transformed their relationship. So check that out. There's loads more information about those books and what I have to offer over on my website, lumieretarot.com, and everything is linked in the description box. But have an amazing week. I'm sending you lots of love and light. I look forward to seeing you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, welcome to your reading. To everyone who picked group number 3, this is for everyone who picked the magical and special turquoise crystal with this amazing patination in it. So I just love it so much. It's so beautiful. All right, I'm going to take a look at your tarot cards, and then I will clarify, excuse me, with your oracle cards a little bit later on in the reading. And we'll take a look at the energies surrounding your connection in the short term. So the title was for the next 7 days, but really we're just looking at short-term energies over the next sort of 7 to 14 days, maybe even for a month, like 30 days. Okay, so just allow these energies to unfold for you. All right. Okay, you have Temperance to open your reading, Queen of Wands, the Lovers, and then 2 of Cups, a powerful connection. 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, 9 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. This is amazing. Opening your reading with Temperance and then closing the reading, like bookending your reading like this, these 2 amazing Major Arcana cards. So this is a significant time in this connection. This is a very strong connection as well. When I see the Lovers and the 2 of Cups side by side like this, this is really amazing. You know, this indicates a twin flame. It definitely indicates a beautiful soulmate connection where you are woven into the fabric of one another's lives, but we will talk about that. But I see this as an amazing sacred union. So someone who is sort of meant to be in your life. You're meant to, you know, experience each other in this lifetime. So yeah, I see Sagittarius energy here as well, Leo's energy, Gemini's energy, Cancer's energy, and Pisces energy as well. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. That may resonate with you in your connection. If it doesn't, please don't worry about it. They're just the sort of energies around this connection that we're talking about today. So opening your reading with Temperance, I love this for you. This is the energy of healing coming in, healing grace coming in for you. I feel like things may unfold slowly for you, maybe slower than you would like. I feel like this is a time of healing, a healing for you, healing for your person. What I'm hearing from Spirit is this is a time of recalibration, of kind of bringing things into balance for you both in the most beautiful and positive way. All right, so nothing can be forced, nothing can be pushed. Things are going to come together in divine timing and right alignment for you. This is a card of kind of saying, especially opening the reading like this, of saying, yes, things are coming into right alignment. When we're in right alignment, things flow. We're in harmony. Our good comes to us under grace. It's a very graceful energy here. So I feel like some of the passions in this connection are being tempered by this energy. So we're dampening down some of the more intense emotions, some of the more intense reactions, some of the passion here. So maybe if you trigger one another, maybe it's a sort of passion of attraction and of lust, but we've got this energy of Temperance kind of just saying, okay, let's balance things, let's keep things on the level, okay, let's not get carried away with all this. So I see that there's this deep attraction here, this deep spark of attraction. And that maybe tempers can flare, maybe you can get carried away, maybe you can get swept up in this. But over the next 7 days, I feel looking at these energies, because they're so powerful, and we've got these major arcana here, that is going to transpire over a slightly longer window of time that we're looking at. But it's just keeping things measured like this, just like what I'm hearing is step by step. There's no need to force things. There's no need to, you can trust in the unfolding of this process, okay? It's all unfolding for your highest good. But we're just tempering down some of that. So if there's this propensity for things to be a little bit intense, I feel that that's going to kind of just be brought down and just kind of measured a little bit. This is a card of manifestation. It is a card of magic, the Queen of Wands as well. And there is magic in this connection. There is magic in the air this week in your connection, especially when I see these cards together, Queen of Wands, and then the beautiful Lovers and the Two of Cups. So I see that kind of what it is that you've been wishing for, maybe what it is that you've been manifesting, is going to come to fruition for you. You're going to see some evidence of that. You're going to see that you're going in the right direction. You're going to get some signs from the universe that you can use as evidence that, things are kind of going to work out well for you. Over the next, in the sort of short term, maybe 7 days, maybe a little bit longer for you, these are cards of union. This is about you kind of seeing eye to eye. This is about mutual feelings. When I see these cards like this is just saying that whatever you are experiencing, your person is also experiencing as well. So these feelings are mutual that you are experiencing. I see the beautiful figure of 8, the infinity symbol. Of you kind of sharing that energy between one another in this kind of infinity loop. So these feelings are reciprocated with one another. I see a kind of closening, or sort of you getting closer to one another. So it may be that you come into union over this time. It may be that you take steps to union if you've not been together, or that you're just brought closer. I just see you kind of woven together, right, with this beautiful thread of magical light kind of binding you together in your destiny, okay, creating your greatness together. And you're sort of bound together, and I see that kind of thread of light joining you together. And this is a significant time for that. So if you're not together, I see you kind of getting closer, of coming into union, of kind of being bound into each other's life experience. Also a lot of mirroring here, a lot of mirroring. So like if you are triggered, they are triggered. If you are in fear, they are in fear, right? If you're feeling joyful, they're feeling joyful. If you are thinking of them, then they are thinking of you. So absolute complete mirroring here. And if you're not together in the 3D world, you are definitely together and in union in the 5D. Okay, in the spiritual world, you are together. So if your person isn't recognizing the depth of this connection, or the potential of this connection, or the depth of their own feelings in the 5D, you are just definitely together like a match made in heaven. It may be that they can't recognize it at that time. Hopefully they can. In order to call beautiful love into our lives, a legendary love into our lives, we have to be able to imagine it. So Spirit is really highlighting this for you. Imagine your union. If you're always thinking of the problems, if you're always imagining the separation, what it is that parts you, what it is that separates you or pushes you away from one another, it makes it very difficult for the universe to bring you what it is that you want. So imagine the union that you want. Imagine the love that you want, and know that you are lovable, because like energy attracts like energy. And when you experience that love in your own energy field, then that will ultimately be mirrored by that person, and you will be able to call that experience into your life with grace and with ease. Let me have a sip of my tea. This is like a lot of downloads here. There is this resistance to any sort of singleness here. So maybe your person feels like you're moving on, or maybe they feel like that you would be fine without them, or you seem like you're getting on fine without them if you are in separation, or if you've taken a step back from this connection. They know that you are working towards your own goals and dreams, that you've got your stuff going on, but they're resistant to any sort of, to you getting involved with anybody else, to you moving on with your life. There is this resistance here, and there's this resistance to separation, okay? To you being single, maybe you're resistant to them being single, to you being apart, okay? So I see this great resistance here to you going your own way, is what I'm hearing. Because like you're meant to be together, you're meant to be in union, so there is this resistance to you going your own way. I feel like there is, look at this, 9 of Swords. I feel like something in this connection has been a nightmare. Somebody is experiencing some anxiety over this connection, or over this union, or what it is that's happened. I feel like there may be some regret here. I feel like there may be, like, I'm just getting this energy of just like in the darker times, like when they're alone, or late at night, or when they're a bit overtired or a bit overstressed, they're really sort of dwelling on the more negative aspects of this connection, or of themselves, just thinking, well, maybe I'm not good enough, right? Or I don't know how to get close to you, or I shouldn't have done this, or I wish I'd done things differently. And I feel like, you know, the dawn will come. Trust in the dawn. You know, this could be you, it could be them. These readings are just general, so, you know, the energies can resonate either way. They can resonate vice versa, so you can just use your intuition to tune into the message that Spirit wants to bring you today. But there's this energy of just like maybe your person has a nightmare about you, maybe things feel like they've been a bit of a nightmare, like they've things, it's like a mountain's been created out of a molehill, and things look worse they look worse at this time, but the dawn will come, this light will come to illuminate this situation and to connect you. So it's just like, maybe you're just feeling out of touch with the happiness that is available with this 10 of Pentacles that is available to you. So there's more to this connection than meets the eye. With this High Priestess energy, do listen to your intuition at this time. It will guide you. I feel like you are connected psychically to one another, that you are able to give each other, you know, share energy with one another, share psychic messages through the third eye. If you can connect, if that resonates with you like that, even if you don't resonate with it like that, this is what's happening anyway. You can really talk to your person on the 5D. So 10 of Pentacles, I do see some happiness coming in for you this week. I feel like there's more to this situation than meets the eye, that there is some aspects of this connection that perhaps, or what's going on, hang on, lots of information at once, what you perceive to be happening isn't the full story. Okay, so there's more coming down energetically that has yet to materialize. Okay, and isn't going to materialize over the short term. All right, but there is this energy of being able to kind of transform this, any negative energies or negative thoughts into happiness, to kind of feel okay again, to kind of make this okay again, and that the dawn will come for you. All right. In the short term as well. So I think this is nice. Listen to your intuition, as I was saying, with this High Priestess energy. This is a gateway as well, which I really love. It's the 1111 card. There's so much magic in this reading and in this connection. Very spiritual connection, really, really magical for you. If you're feeling it at that level, this is why. I sense that you can really sense that energy as well. So, but this is a gateway, and it's interesting, the placement of this card as the outcome to your reading of sort of going through this gateway process of kind of stepping through into the unknown. Okay, so what it is that's going to happen next is yet to materialize, it's yet to be fully formed. So Spirit is saying to me very clearly, don't be quick to judge. Don't judge their actions. Don't judge by what it is that you're seeing on the surface of things. Okay, because it isn't the same as what's really happening and what's kind of being brought down to you. Here, it may also be, there are solutions here as well. I feel like they're kind of hidden from you, that they're hidden from sight. It may be that your person finds you very mysterious, or you're finding them very mysterious, kind of how they're behaving or kind of what's going on with them. So you're pushing through this gateway, but let's take a look at your oracle cards and see. This is interesting, what we've got here. I'll start with this. We have the card Infatuation. It may be that one or both of you are infatuated with each other, that you see, like I was saying, there's so much magic in this connection. I'm not surprised with, the lovers next to the Two of Cups, that this feels very intense with one another, and that you feel like you are bound up in one another's energy. So that is represented here with this infatuation. It says adoration and compulsion, and this is why I think we've got this card here of kind of things being just being more measured, so it doesn't tip over into kind of unhealthiness. So that is good. We have the card Harmony, again indicating, mirroring this energy of the Temperance card, a harmonious time coming in for you. This is the gateway that you're going through, a gateway into kind of harmony, of mutual understanding is what I'm hearing. It says peace, balance, friendship. So kind of understanding one another, of kind of calm seas, of being able to connect to each other without a lot of drama and intensity. We have the card Vows. This is commitment, promises, fidelity. So again, it indicates going through this gateway into this more settled period for you of kind of committing to one another, maybe committing to the long term, maybe being honest about what it is that you want from this connection, or your person being honest, or you just kind of sharing that honesty with one another about kind of where it is that you want to go moving forward. Which is very beautiful, being committed to one another, maybe deciding to be exclusive with one another, maybe taking this relationship to the next level. Again, this might not transpire over the exact 7 days. This may be something that you're working towards. These energies are coming in for you. All right, we have the card Heaven on Earth. So this indicates that this is a spiritual connection that you are experiencing in the 3D world. it also indicates, you know, just like some good times of kind of sweetness, of sharing good experiences with one another, experiencing sort of genuine feelings, genuine love, and that exchange of good feeling experiences, of kind of feeling blessed to know each other, blessed to have each other's friendship, of gratitude as well, being grateful for the feelings that they have awakened within you or within each other. And then we have the card Heart to Heart Conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So I see it in the short term, you having these beautiful heart-to-heart conversations of things really kind of coming out in the open for you, of kind of having meaningful communication, meaningful conversation which brings you closer together, which helps you to get onto the same page. I'm just getting a lot here about understanding the connection, understanding the feelings, understanding each other, understanding love better. Right? This is what I'm hearing over and over again. It's just like understanding. So I feel like this communication is going to be really worthwhile. It's going to be very meaningful, and it's going to bring understanding to you. All right? That's everything that I have for you in this reading today. It has been my honour to read your cards. It's been a super interesting reading, very magical. Let me know how it resonates down in the comments, and if you enjoyed it, give it a like as well. It's a beautiful way to support free tarot here on YouTube. If you feel called to, please check out Life Book from Mind Valley. It's a course that I've been doing online. It's not sponsored. I'm just letting you know all about it because I love it so much. You get to create a book of your own life, a vision for your life across the 12 dimensions of your life. It is super interesting. It's a fascinating process. It's really illuminating, very empowering, really expansive. So I've enjoyed it so much. It's been a great thing to do during lockdown. So if you're wanting to create more clarity in your life, in your relationship, the direction that you're going in, do check that out. If it resonates with you, it's linked in the description box. You can do a free masterclass, and they give you a 2-week money back guarantee, which I think is very cool of them. So yeah, check that out, Mind Valley, or linked in the description box. But have an amazing week. I'm sending you lots of love and light. I look forward to seeing you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care. Bye-bye.